how to accept your partner's past. While it's not always easy, accepting your partner's past is part of any relationship. Whether you're hung up on their past relationships or concerned about mistakes they've made, try to remain objective. Remember that everyone has baggage, and you can't erase the past. Aside from major red flags, like cheating on all of their exes or a history of violence, give them the benefit of the doubt. Focus on how your partner treats you in the present, and work on developing a trusting relationship with them. Method 1. Managing your emotions. Notice when you're thinking intrusive thoughts. Learn to recognize obsessive black and white thoughts and catch yourself when you're jumping to conclusions. It's one thing to think about your partner's past or experience emotions about it. However, try to identify when your thoughts race or if you take a past event out of context. Emotions such as anger, sadness, and jealousy are normal. For instance, it's normal to be sad or cry about something bad your partner did in the past. If you're jealous or insecure about your partner's ex, it's okay to vent to a loved one about it. On the other hand, try not to obsess over your partner's past relationships, scour their ex's social media accounts, or dwell on a minor mistake they made years ago. When you notice intrusive or irrational thoughts, question them. Remind yourself to stay objective, look at facts, and chip away at irrational suspicions. For example, suppose you're suspicious that your partner isn't over their ex, but there isn't any actual evidence. Ask yourself whether you're being reasonable if you start dwelling on your jealousy, thinking the worst of your partner, or obsessively looking over their ex's social media profiles. Tell yourself, stop. It's normal to feel jealous, but I need to manage my thoughts and actions. I can't control my partner or their past, but I can control my reaction. They haven't given me any reason not to trust them, and I'm jumping to conclusions. Seek advice from a trusted friend or relative. Vent your feelings to a loved one, and ask them for a fresh perspective. They can help you figure out whether the issue is a matter of your perception or a legitimate cause for concern. Confide in someone who's objective, and keep in mind anything you say may influence that person's opinion of your partner. For example, suppose your parents are already on the fence about your partner. Talking to them about your partner's flaws could just worsen their opinion. If you work things out and accept with your partner's past, your parents could still resent your partner, and you'd be caught in the middle. See a therapist if you're not sure how to handle your partner's past. If you have trouble coming to terms with your partner's past or managing your feelings, an individual or couples counselor can help. They can offer a fresh perspective on your relationship, and if necessary, address broader trust issues. Method 2. Putting their past in context. Think about things you've done in the past. Put yourself in your partner's shoes. Remind yourself that everyone has a past, and that no one is perfect. Make a mental list of your exes, mistakes you've made, and other examples that are comparable to what bothers you about your ex's past. Imagine if your partner questioned whether you have feelings for your ex, or judged you for a mistake you made 10 years ago. You'd probably think it's unfair that they're judging you for things you did before you even knew each other. Remember that you can't change the past. Your partner can't erase their past, and you shouldn't expect them to have a completely clean slate. Everyone brings baggage into a relationship. It's up to you to figure out whether you can accept your partner's baggage. It's okay if you need some time to come to terms with your partner's past, but it's not fair to hold a grudge against them or to bring up their past during a fight. If they did something horrible and you can't accept it, it's better to end things than continually rake your partner over the coals. Don't define your partner solely based on their past mistakes. Consider who your partner is now and how they treat you in the present. Try to see the bigger picture and look for broader patterns instead of magnifying a single action. Put things in perspective and think about how you'd feel if your partner judged you based on a single mistake. Say your partner told you they cheated on one of their exes a long time ago and that they feel still horrible about it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should distrust them. Ask yourself if something they've done is a deal breaker. Although everyone messes up, it's okay to draw a line in the sand. Small, one-time mistakes are one thing. However, don't feel like you have to accept major warning signs, such as a long-term pattern of bad behavior or a serious crime. Suppose your partner told you they've cheated in each of their relationships. That's a pattern of suspicious behavior. and it's okay to have serious doubts about their ability to commit. Method 3. Addressing your concerns with your partner. Bring up your feelings in a calm, respectful manner. Avoid bringing up something from their past in the midst of an argument. When you're both calm and in good moods, ask them to talk. Tell them something's been bothering you, and you want to be honest with them about it. Say something like, "Can we have a chat? I've been feeling anxious ever since you told me about how much you used to party. I'm not saying you can't have fun, but that kind of lifestyle isn't for me. Do you think you've gotten it out of your system?" Listen to their side of the story. Give them the benefit of the doubt, and let them give you the context. Maybe they told you about something they did in passing, but you didn't get the whole story. Avoid jumping to conclusions, and try not to make assumptions about what goes on in their head. For instance, don't just assume that your partner still has feelings for their ex. Instead of letting your suspicions fester, say, "I know you and your ex were together for a long time, and that's pretty intimidating. They make me feel insecure, and I don't want to come off as jealous, but I need to know that I can trust you." Hear them out, but trust your instincts. Bear in mind, there's a difference between an explanation and an excuse. It's one thing if your partner offers a legitimate explanation and puts something from their past in context. However, go with your gut if you think they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. For example, say your partner had a problem with drugs or alcohol. They explain how they took steps to address their addiction and that they've been sober for a long time. Rather than make excuses, their words and actions offer proof that the past is in the past. Communicate openly, but don't overshare with each other. As your relationship deepens, you and your partner should feel comfortable being vulnerable with each other. Let your partner know that it's safe to talk about past experiences, mistakes, and regrets. Encourage honesty, but keep in mind that, for some topics, neither of you need to share every little detail. For instance, telling each other about your likes and dislikes in the bedroom helps build intimacy. However, neither of you need to discuss being intimate with an ex. Discuss getting STI tests if you're worried about their sexual history. If you haven't already, talk to your partner about sexual health. It might be an awkward subject, but try to be matter of fact. Without putting them on the spot, suggest that you both get tested for sexually transmitted infections. Suppose you find out the person you're dating has been with many people and you're having trouble accepting it. Talk to them about it, and mention that sexual health is an important topic for any couple to discuss. Conclusion. In this insightful journey through how to accept your partner's past, we've navigated the complexities of embracing the histories that shape us. Remember, every person brings a unique story to a relationship, and understanding that pasts can't be erased is key. It's crucial to distinguish between minor missteps and significant red flags. Embrace the present, cherish how your partner treats you now, and cultivate trust. Tackling intrusive thoughts, seeking perspective, and communicating openly are vital steps. By accepting the past, we pave the way for a future filled with understanding and mutual respect. Tune in to Check 1 for more enlightening discussions on relationships and personal growth. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell